Welcome to our channel where magic and mayhem collide. Today we delve deep into the enchanting world of witches and goddesses, where the battle for supremacy rages on. Picture this: a world called Xylos, shrouded in mystery and magic, where the balance of power hangs in the delicate balance. The sky above the Obsidian Mountains is painted in hues of crimson, its churn like a bruised lung mirroring the fury of the battle raging below. On the jagged peaks, the witch Nocturna faces off against the formidable goddess Lyra. Nocturna, cloaked in shadows that writhe with restless energy, raises her arms, and the very air crackles in response. Violet tendrils of lightning snake down from the stormy heavens, illuminating her gaunt face etched with dark power. Her eyes gleam with fierce determination, as she channels the raw forces of nature through every sinew of her being. Lyra stands, radiant, amidst the chaos. Her silver armor gleams with an otherworldly light and wings of pure energy. The essence of 1,000 angels unfurl behind her. They cast a holy glow upon the desolate landscape below. Her eyes, the color of a twilight sky, hold a serene strength that belies the ferocity of the conflict. As the first bolt of lightning strikes, the mountain peaks tremble under its deafening roar. It tears through the thin atmosphere around them, sending tremors through the Obsidian Mountain. Lyra meets it with a mere gesture, and a shield of shimmering white energy materializes before her. The angelic magic hums softly as it absorbs the destructive force. The impact sends vibrations through the mountain, dislodging rocks that tumble into the chasm below. Enraged by the goddess's resilience, Nocturna unleashes another volley. Crackling energy streaks paint the sky in hues of purple and black as she continues to hurl bolt after bolt at her celestial opponent. With each strike, the ground shakes and fissures spread across the landscape. But Lyra remains unfazed. She moves with ethereal grace, weaving between the electric serpents that lash out towards her. With each elegant step, she channels the power of the great angel. Her movements leave behind trails of golden light that dance in the turbulent air. Finally, Lyra retaliates. A wave of pure angelic energy erupts from her outstretched hands. It surges forward like a tidal wave, crashing towards Nocturna. The air shimmers and distorts around the witch as the wave of light washes over her. For a moment, there's a lull in the chaos. The very fabric of the sky seems to hold its breath. Then a strangled hiss escapes Nocturna's lips as wisps of shadow peel away from her cloak, driven back by the searing goodness that envelops her. But Nocturna is far from defeated. Enraged by the loss of her dark energy, she plunges her hands into the rocky earth. Raw power surges through her as she draws strength from the planet itself. The ground beneath Lyra's feet begins to crack and fissure. Molten rock glows in the depths, as if responding to their mistress's call. The churning earth threatens to engulf the goddess, pulling her closer to the abyss. Just as the fiery chasm seems poised to swallow Lyra whole, she reacts, soaring into the air on her angelic wings. The wind whips around her as she ascends above the fray. The wind becomes her chariot, carrying her away from the clutches of the earth. From her elevated position, Lyra focuses her magic. Tendrils of angelic energy coalesce around her, forming a spectral sword of pure light. It pulses in her hands, thrumming with divine power. The blade is a beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. With a cry that echoes across the ravaged landscape, Lyra plunges towards Nocturna. The celestial blade aimed at the witch's heart. Nocturna, sensing the impending doom, summons a vortex of swirling lightning to defend herself. The energy crackles and spat, forming a dangerous barrier between her and the descending sword. In a heartbeat, the vortex solidifies into a shield, crackling with dark energy. As the two forces collide, the mountain trembles violently. The sky rips open as the angelic sword crashes against the shield. The raw power of the collision sends shockwaves rippling through the mountains. The surrounding peaks shudder and rocks disintegrate into dust. When the light subsides, both the goddess and the witch stand wounded, but defiant. Nocturna leans heavily on her staff, her eyes blazing with dark fire. The lightning around her flickers erratically, betraying her weakening power. Lyra's armor is singed and scorched, and one of her energy wings flickers, threatening to extinguish. The pristine white now bears the marks of battle, smudged with ash and grime. But her eyes blazed with celestial fire, her spirit unbroken. A heavy silence descends upon the battlefield, punctuated only by the rumble of the tempest above and the hiss of molten rock as it flows down the mountainside. The air itself seems charged with anticipation as the two adversaries take stock of their wounds and prepare for the final confrontation. Breaking the silence, Lyra speaks. Her voice, though strained, holds a note of sorrow. "Why do you fight, Nocturna? This destruction serves no purpose." The goddess's gaze unwavering, she regards her opponent. "Can't you see what your actions have wrought upon this land? The once vibrant forests are reduced to charred skeletons. The rivers have turned to ash, and the creatures of Zelos cower in fear or worse, lie broken and lifeless. Is this the world you wish to inherit?" Nocturna lets out a harsh, rasping laugh, the sound echoing ominously across the ravaged landscape. "You speak of life, goddess. Yet you yourself are nothing but celestial fire and wrath. Your so-called light has brought nothing but judgment and ruin. Lyra, you and your kind have oppressed and tormented the witches of Zelos for centuries. We were driven to the shadows, forced to live in fear of your holy radiance. But no more. The tide is turning. This world will know peace, even if it's under a sky of eternal night." Her eyes flashing with fervor, the witch raises her staff high. "Zelos shall be mine, and you, Lyra, will burn with the witches in the end." With a final surge of dark energy, Nocturna unleashes the most powerful lightning strike yet. It shoots towards Lyra, threatening to split the very planet in two. The colossal bolt is a harbinger of destruction, promising annihilation and oblivion. Lyra stands firm, drawing upon the last vestiges of her angelic magic. Her wings spread wide, catching the wind and buffeting her silver armor. As the massive bolt hurtles toward her, she raises her hands, palms outstretched, and a shield of pure white energy forms around her. The shield, an emblem of divine resolve, stands as the last bastion between Lyra and the full force of Nocturna's wrath. The moment of impact shakes the very foundations of The colliding forces threaten to rend the sky asunder, obliterating all in their path. The world itself seems to hold its breath, suspended between the promise of celestial light and the threat of infernal darkness. In the heart of the maelstrom, Lyra draws strength from the belief and devotion of those who look up to her. The love and reverence of her followers fuel her magic, bolstering her waning power. Yet, even as she stands resolute against the encroaching shadows, a flicker of doubt crosses her features. She knows that defeating Nocturna may not bring the peace and harmony she yearns for. The scars left by centuries of strife run deep, and the wounds of the past may never truly heal. The Obsidian Mountains, once a testament to the raw natural beauty of Zelos, are now scarred and broken. Jagged peaks have been leveled, and the ground is littered with debris and the corpses of fallen angels and witches. The landscape itself seems to mourn the fallen, bearing silent witness to the devastating cost of the conflict. Yet amidst the ruins, there are signs of hope. A single flower pushes through a crack in the rocks, its petals unfurling towards the battered sun. And from the wreckage of a fallen angel, a small ember glows, refusing to be extinguished. In the face of such overwhelming devastation, these small glimmers of life and resilience serve as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the spirit of the world and its inhabitants endures. And that is where our tale ends for today. But fear not, dear viewers, for the saga of witches and goddesses is far from over. Stay tuned to our channel because next time we'll unveil the secrets of the ancient prophecy that binds these two worlds together. Until then, ponder the questions that linger in the balance. What new challenges will arise? What ancient prophecies will unfold? And how will the fates of witches and goddesses intertwine in the days to come? We can't wait to hear your theories.